what is up with these right backs this year? Trent, Reece James, Cancelo.
This is fake.
And those are just right backs, and then you got Chilwell on the left side as well.
I feel like we're entering an exciting era of football now.
100%.
Where it's like we've got attacking fullbacks. Like young. Bro, Reece James is like what, 19, 20? That's ridiculous, bro. And he's playing like at the highest of the highest level.
Scoring
like,
rockets.
Mocking it.
Scoring,
he's mocking it, bro.
Yo, we're back. Hit the bar back again in the building.
Yes. We're back.
This time you're joined. Just us two, but it doesn't matter. We're still gonna bring the energy with you today. Don't you worry about that. The last episode was a bit of a madness. Obviously, we had Calix on that was received so well. It's got like 38k views or something like that.
Mad.
So that's much love to everyone that's watching this right now, especially if you subscribed. If not, you know what to do. YouTube, Hit the Bar podcast. Subscribe right now. If you listen to this on Spotify, Apple Music, well, that's where you can listen to us. Make sure to follow it up. Hopefully episodes every single week. Guest coming up. So yeah.
Come on, let's get into it. Let's get into
the thick of things. We're going to start with the football. Conte, Tottenham.
Jeez, what a start, bro.
He got his first win against Leeds at home.
Yes. Now what a game, bro.
That first half was scary.
Appalling.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, appalling.
That was atrocious.
We were feeling, and you know what it is? We was like already like, bro, really? Like, again, like we were kind of feeling, well, I can speak for myself. I was like, what the hell?
It felt like the Man United game all over again. I can't lie to you.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
It felt like the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And then now we're coming back and it was like, they took the lead. We're losing.
Going in at half time, like 1-0 down.
The team looked deflated. Like seriously deflated.
And I don't know what happened in the dressing room.
Hey, listen, I whatever money I've got like, laying around or anything, I'll pay anything to see what Conte told them. Because I was expecting a few changes. I was expecting maybe, I don't know, Winks to come off, maybe even Lucas, because first half Lucas was giving the ball away a lot. And then he just kept the same team. Sloppy, and I was just like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah, I was kind of scared because I was like, just like you said, like, for in mad times, I just felt like the first half was mad sloppy. And I was like, we're all over the place. And, you know, the optimism I have as a Spurs fan, obviously, is just like, okay, hopefully, whatever happens at half time is what happens at half time, and we can come out and turn this game around. And bro, did we turn the game around?
Did we turn it around? It was like when they say like game of two halves a lot, but that one was like completely different.
It felt like two games in one.
Yeah, it was a whole new team. I'm seeing the same names on the back of the shirts, but somehow it's a whole new team playing. I don't understand how that's happened, but
it was mental.
I'm here for it, and I'm just loving his passion, man. I think that's the main thing for me.
Do you know what it is? Yeah. Do you know what it is? I feel like there's a whole new energy within the team. Like, of course, naturally, there's gonna be that. And that's what kind of the first half was telling me. There's going to be that kind of slump, you know, that we've been displaying throughout the season. There's going to be that there, but I feel like them coming out after half time and the changes not the changes that were made, but the energy that we came with and the mentality, you could just tell, you know, what Conte's bringing to the team as far as like, you know, work ethic and determination and just motivation.
Motivation's
like,
a big thing.
Like, it's going to make a big difference.
It's the mentality change. And I feel like, obviously, like Mourinho was supposed to bring that when he came. Yeah. And I think he did to a certain extent, for a while. But then I think the players just then kind of got fed up of maybe his, I don't know whether it was his training or what. But with Conte, it feels a bit different. I'm seeing him getting involved in in training today, doing slide tackles, like
just even for me, even like as far as just like I'm always following updates as far as like transfer windows and stuff like that. Like, and I'm always hearing like he's going for like, and we spoke about this like. We need to go for kind of like not undercover, but like players that are good, but like not necessarily like would rinse our bank balance. You know what I mean? And
we realistically, we're not going to get the best in the world.
Like, we can't afford the names he's going for. Like, I'm like, yo, I like the moves that he's going for and what he's kind of the approach he's taking.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean,
100%. I mean, he already wants like two centre backs. He said, especially now that Romero annoyingly got injured with Argentina.
I'm hearing his peak.
It's looking worse than what we first thought as well. Like he was supposed to be back next week, I think, but they said it's going to be a lot longer than that. And he looks so good, man. And yet again, another international break has screwed us over with these. And what do you make of that, by the way? Because we've had 3 international breaks now in the space of 3 months.
I've been saying, like, forget even the injuries, even from when you're seeing players faint on pitches and stuff. Yeah, we spoke about the toll that international breaks take on players because not only are they playing football at your highest level, in the Premier League or whatever, but then they're now called to represent their country, which in my opinion is even harder. Do you know what I mean? So they're constantly. I think
especially as well, if you're like, say, like an Argentinian or Brazilian or whatever, with the journeys there, it's a little bit different if you're going to France or Spain. There's a couple of hours, all right. It's not that bad. Or even if you're playing away, it's obviously in Europe. Yeah. But when you're traveling like hours to and from the game, and then people like Rafinha couldn't play against us either because he was ill from all the traveling and this, that, and the other, and it's like. It's taking a massive toll on these players,
I mean, imagine you're jet lagged and then now you have to go however many hours of training and then you got to play in front of how many thousands of people. Like, it's a lot, bro.
I think it's like people forget as well that I know it's said a lot and it's almost like a cliche now, but people do actually forget that they are humans. Bro.
I forget.
Could you imagine you travelled like 24 hours in total? You travelled like 12 hours to go somewhere. You played in 2 intense football matches for your country. Yeah. You travelled 12 hours back, and then you're just expected to play the next day or 2 days later.
And that's what we're facing.
Like people will say that, they're professionals, this, that, and the other. I'm not being funny. You're gonna be tired. Yeah. It's just a natural.
Because people try to justify this. He's professional. They get how much whatever.
Yeah. They get paid 700 grand a week. What's jet lag to him?
That's exactly how they say it.
And I'm like, I'm sorry. No matter what money you earn, doesn't stop you from you're killing your body.
Like you said, bro. The international breaks have hit us, especially recently in the past couple of months as well. They've hit us like quite bad, and I feel like
that first one was horrible. We lost like Bergwijn, Son. We lost loads of players,
and obviously people like Son as well get called up for like to serve their country as well. Yep. Like so, we do get it quite bad. So man, I mean, that's one side of it, but on the other side, like you said, Conte. It was a great thing to kind of see the game turn around how it did.
Mentality shift, and then like, I just love seeing his like.
So do you think like that was like a preview for how the rest of the season will go and moving forward?
I'm excited, man. I'm excited because like a lot of the times I feel like, especially in the last couple of years, in that sort of game, we would have just bent over and like. We'd have lost. Like, even though it was a depleted Leeds team, doesn't matter. We would have lost because we wouldn't have had that mentality to change. Whereas he was on the players like non-stop.
And another thing, you know how you mentioned Mourinho and you said obviously we thought Mourinho should have brought that in. I feel like we always have this, not always, but the past couple of managers we've had this thing of like, okay, they're supposed to do this, and then when it comes to matches, it's not really that. But I feel like this was kind of like the first time in a long time where I've kind of felt like what we brought him in for is what I know it's too early to say, but there was a glimpse of it.
But the idea is he is a serial winner. He's like this animated character that he's going to get the best out of the team, and we're already seeing it in he's 3 games in charge, one of them a Europa Conference League game, and already like we haven't lost a game in those 3. We're already running a ridiculous amount more. Like I think we're only maybe the second team to outrun Leeds on the pitch. Like we ran 4 kilometers more than they did by the end of the match. Man. Just shows the difference that his mentality and what he's like saying to the players, like, no, you are getting on the front foot.
Of course.
You are winning everything. And even, did you see Reguilón's press conference? Like, when he has the interview with Sky Sports after, and he was like, I'm sorry, I'm dead. I am dead. I'm sorry. I'm really happy, but I am dead. But so you can tell that he's working them hard.
That says a lot. Like, they haven't been pushed. Obviously we're not privy to, behind the scenes training, but that says a lot to the point where a guy's struggling in a press conference, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited.
It's going to come with time. Like give it a few more months, maybe weeks, months, whatever. They're going to be like, they're not going to be tired. It's 100. Like what Bielsa did with Leeds originally. Like he turned them into just machines. He was like, no, we're doing intense after intense. Like you will get there eventually. And I'm seeing that with Conte. I'm seeing intense training, intensity on the pitch. That means give it a couple months. They're going to be, we should be breezing him. Matches.
And I feel like, if, I'll be able to get better gauge over the next few matches. But I just feel like this is obviously like, I'd say for like the next 3-4 months will kind of tell us how we are moving forward and how strong we'll be going into the next season. Because obviously, it's only November. We can still say we could go for Europa League and whatnot and try and get a trophy. But I feel like you just said, I think the major changes that he's going to make to the team, whether it be with the transfers, whether it be, internally, I feel like it's going to be very interesting to see how things play out and how we are moving forward, like I said. So I'm mad excited. And I feel like the way Conte is, like you said, like mad driven. The players are going to feel like, okay, here's a guy who's, we know, well, I would expect the guys to know anyway, but we know this guy's, like you said, is a serial winner. He's mad motivated. He's mad determined, and he's not taking no for an answer.
He's not taking no
from
anyone. you can just see it in his eyes, bro.
He's quite serious,
scary,
bro.
He's quite scary.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. I can't even. Like, I've seen him obviously laughing, but I can't picture him smiling, if that makes sense.
Like, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's just all. It's all good. Oh man. But I tell you what, I did love though. In that match was like, it was what was it? It was probably about like maybe the 75th minute, maybe nearly 80th minute. I can't quite remember. But he was like, the game was not dead. As in, like, the crowd, there was obviously not really any chanting. We were winning by that point, I think. But it was just kind of like, a bit quiet, whatever. First thing is, he just turns around to facing all corners of the stadium, and he's like, he just keeps on doing this, like,
and
I'm so happy you mentioned that.
I'm so happy you mentioned that.
Loved it.
I don't think that's the fans' fault. Like, they're not real fans, but I just feel like that's just been.
It happens. It happens in football. Like, at the end of the day, we have a 60,000 seat stadium.
Yeah. And at least we fill it out.
Yeah, exactly. At least we fill it out. At least we fill it out. And I'm not being funny. When the first half wasn't that good, and then we're already at towards the end of the game, it happens in every stadium. No, not like.
And we were winning. I think we were even draw 75th minute. I think we were winning.
I think we were. No, we were winning. 100%. We were winning by that point. So it was just one of them ones where I think maybe, I don't know, people were just tired. And I don't know. Long day. It's
cold as well.
It was cold as well.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I wasn't even in the stadium on the day, but I was out watching the game, so I knew already. Like, I knew how cold it was on the day. You know what I mean, it was bro blitz. So like, I think just for him to do those little gestures and those little things, like, as a manager, bro, he's uplifting. It goes such a long way, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
100%. What are you feeling for, like, this weekend? We've got Burnley on Sunday. Well, we've got the Europa Conference League game. Yeah. Well, tomorrow for us, but obviously this will probably be out by the game would be done by the time this is out. But how are you feeling? Like, do you think the team's sort of solid? Like, does he know his best 11 now? Ready for
I will say and I would say if he doesn't know his best 11, I feel like the decision that the 11 that he starts off with, I feel like he's confident in terms of what they can do. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And he knows how to get through to them. Which is quite evident. But so for me, I'm just gonna, I'm a Spurs fan, so I'm always gonna say we'll see. But with Conte, I'm actually I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm quite confident, bro. If I'm being honest with you, I'm quite confident. It might not seem because of my energy. It's freezing outside, it's chapping outside, but I'm quite confident. What about yourself?
I think that's the most important thing, man. I'm actually looking forward to the games now.
It's a lot. That says a lot.
I haven't felt like that for a while, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm actually turning up thinking, what's Conte gonna do today? What players?
Cool. If we go back a couple episodes, even to when we had Fuad here, we were talking. That was before we played Arsenal.
That was before we played United.
So exactly. The
Osaka.
So it was so mad. It felt like a North London derby. 100%. So that was before we played Man Utd, and I was just like, I just feel like we're gonna lose. Like, it just felt, you could just tell the confidence from back then to now. It's like, where it's like,
completely different.
I'm big confident.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what I'm looking forward to as well is I think he's basically already said that he's choosing Sessegnon as left wing back for the Europa Conference League game.
He's mad confident. Sorry, just to cut you off there.
Crazy.
He's mad confident, bro.
100%.
I saw his quotes.
You saw his quotes? He's buzzing.
You saw his quotes?
I saw his quotes. He's buzzing, bro.
He's like, he's happy. Like, he feels like he can kickstart his career. Yeah. I'm like, that's another reason why I'm confident, because when you see statements like that from players who've actually been here for a while.
But he's been here for 2 years now. He's been for a while, injury hit a couple of times pretty badly, but then also managers weren't really giving him a chance regardless. Even when he was fit, he wasn't even making the squad, let alone the first team.
And I felt like I wasn't seeing him a lot.
And he was a player I was actually genuinely really excited about when we signed, because he was balling at Fulham. Balling. And do you know what's great though? We are playing a system that suits him best. Yeah. When he was at Fulham, he was like a sort of left wing. Well, he was a left wing back there, and now because he's a weird one. He's kind of one of them ones where he's good at going forward, so you'd expect him to be a left winger, but he's played left back a lot. Yeah, this left wing back role could be perfect for him.
Now, like you said, he plays in a role that suits him, and you can tell just from his energy. And that's why I'm like, okay, not only do we have a manager that's come in that's mad motivated, mad determined, but the players are receptive of the style that he's playing in, bro.
100%.
Like, that's a big deal.
Even though Kane didn't score or anything, he looked happy at the end of that game.
He looked happy at the end of the game, bro. Obviously, don't get me wrong. When I saw the mistake from Romero, I was kind of like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but we moved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just exciting times. What can I say? I think the window is what I'm looking forward to the most, the January transfer window, because we're definitely going to sign players.
Yeah.
Conte's going to make sure of that. So I'm just interested to see like because there's some good players in like Syria or something like that we could like snap up some quality players on the cheap in comparison to what they should be worth, sort of thing. So if he gets in a quality centre back, centre mid's a big issue that I feel like Conte wants addressing. Vlahovic, my guy, scoring again twice against AC Milan.
I mean, so you feel like centre mid-wise, that's where we need to kind of...
Well, the thing is, for me, I think centre back is probably one of my highest priority, mainly because...
And he's looking at centre back.
He's looking at centre back, but mainly because we're playing 3 at the back now. And as well as Dyer has been playing this season so far... And same with Davis in this back 3, to be fair, has been playing well. At the end of the day, we cannot be relying on those two forever, because we all know Dyer's got a moment in him. Yeah. Sanchez has got a moment in him. Yeah. Davis isn't exactly the quickest, so could get, if we're coming up against the likes of a Salah or something like that, he could struggle. Yeah. I think we need more like Romero level centre backs to play along Romero when he's fit. I think that's what we need. I think that's why it's a priority. Whereas, all right, centre mid, we've got Skip and Højbjerg as an option. Obviously, then you've got the likes of Ndombele and Lo Celso, who haven't been playing well, but like they're options at least. But I think for me, centre backs, but with the way Conte is talking, and to be fair, what I saw from Wings at the weekend, like we need a centre mid. If he's only going to play those two central midfielders, like it looks like he's playing, we need one that can pass the ball really well, that can control the ball really well. Yeah. And actually get stuck in everywhere. I think Ndombele ticks off 2 of those. Yeah. I think he's, obviously we all know he's good at passing, he's good at like...
technical ability.
But technical ability is great, but we don't know yet if he's going to bust a gut for the whole game for the team. It doesn't look that way at the moment.
Exactly.
But he's looking happy in the videos I've seen, so you never know. Maybe he is. Maybe Conte is just, slowly getting it out of him.
Yeah, exactly.
But if that doesn't happen for him, then we definitely have to look at other options for centre mid, in my opinion, anyway. I don't know. Let us know if you're watching on YouTube. Let us know in the comments. Yeah. If you think like, what's our highest priority for you? Do we need a striker, centre back, whatever? Let us know who you think we should.
Because I think obviously the main thing we've been saying for a couple of years now is obviously strikers. Especially obviously we know how many clubs are sniffing around for Harry Kane. We've always said strikers and centre backs.
Yes, 100%.
So that's always what I felt like is our main concern. I'm sure you can agree as well. Yeah. I'm excited to see what you guys think as well. What our main priorities should be. Yeah. Calm.
We've spoken about Spurs. We've spoken about Conte. I think it's time for probably the biggest news over the last week.
Let's get into it.
It is the loser of the El Sacco has well, and rightfully so, finally been sacked by Man United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has left, and currently Michael Carrick is taken in charge as like a sort of interim for the next couple of games. What I found interesting though is that they said on their statement when they said he's leaving is that they're not looking to hire doesn't look like they're about to hire a actual replacement straight away. They want an interim until the end of the season, and then it looks like they're going to go for their top target. I think
so that's the thing. So I was like, they're about to make the same mistake. Not we made, but like, we could have had Conte at
from the get-go.
But we were moving cheap.
Yep. No. I mean, there's no way about it. We
were moving cheap. Cool.
We looked at the wallet and we're like,
I just want to make sure.
Little bit of dust came out. So we're like, no. Put on the credit card.
Yeah. So we were moving a bit, like cheap in it. So I make sure I'm sounding correct. Yeah. But but then obviously we went through the rough period, and then obviously we had to learn the hard way that, okay, cool, let's just get the bag and just get my guy, Conte. So I feel like, are they going to make the same mistake? I don't know if it will hit them the same way, obviously judging off of, Champions League last night. It might actually work in their favour. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, especially Sancho getting off the mark. It might actually work in their favour.
Sancho off the mark, Ronaldo obviously saving them.
Missed the Champions League.
It's ridiculous, man. I don't understand.
It's getting fake. And like, I was having a conversation with some of my guys.
It's got to be fixed, right? There's no way he could just save them at the end of every single game.
Man, they're actually starting to say like, yo, I know we've got into this before. It's like, yo, Ronaldo is the GOAT, bro. Like, it's getting to that point now where it's like, this guy's actually going to every team now, and he's dare I say, like,
doesn't matter his age, doesn't matter whatever.
He's getting better, bro. Like, if it was obviously, you know what I mean. But obviously, he's past his peak. But we're not gonna say, oh, right, he fell off. No, do you know what I mean?
It's ridiculous. That's definitely not the case.
It's ridiculous.
He is one of them players. I'm like, nah, it can't last there again. It can't be not another season. Eventually,
I think it's fixed. I'm getting to the point where I think
it's got to fall off. But then he just comes out and he's just scoring worldies, scoring winners.
How, bro?
I don't get it.
I think it's fixed. It's getting to the point where I think it's fixed.
He is quite literally built different.
Yeah.
I think we need to check inside because he might have some mechanical parts to him because he's moving like the Terminator right now, bro. It's not even real life at this point.
You know, in terms of I'll be back. He definitely came back and done a madness.
100%. As soon as Oli got sacked, he hit that. I'll be back.
But no, yeah. What's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that?
So okay, let's look at the options that United have got.
Yeah,
that they want to replace.
I really don't want Poch to go there, though.
So they've got Poch is one. Another one is Brendan Rodgers. That's a little bit talking point. Yeah. Ten Hag from Ajax, my boy, my guy.
Yeah.
Who else is an option? Zidane was another name that was moving on.
He's not going Man U, bro.
No, I don't think he's
not going Man U.
I think he's waiting for the France job. Is what I think Zidane's doing. Yeah. And then I was like, is there anyone else that's really like properly in contention in the summer? Nagelsmann's only just gone by him.
The two names I keep hearing. Well, Zidane, I was hearing obviously whispers about it. The names I was hearing obviously was 100% Poch.
Yep.
And Brendan Rodgers. But Poch, my thing with Poch was that I was hearing was obviously he's not necessarily happy at PSG.
Yeah, I've been seeing this stuff about that, which I find mad weird because when I first read that, he would be willing to go there, I was a bit confused because if you look at the table, PSG are like 11 points clear or whatever, and obviously they're still in.
I think it's boardroom. I think it's boardroom.
Well, apparently he's having a. From what I've read, is how do you pronounce his name? Balaga. He's like that journalist, very famous one. I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but either way, he was basically saying that it's a similar situation to Spurs where he's treated as a head coach, not a manager. Now he wants to be a full-on manager and decide like everything, but realistically, it's the bosses at PSG are making the decisions of the players and this, that, and the other, and he's just being told, all right, coach this team, do this, that, and the other. So I think, and his family are still living in London anyway. So he's living out of a hotel in Paris, is from what I've heard. So that's why I think he's obviously not unhappy with necessarily where PSG are at because they're winning, they're at the top, they're in the Champions League, whatever. It's more the fact that I don't think he thinks he's being treated the way he should be. And apparently PSG aren't even playing that attractive football. Like they're winning games, but they're not necessarily performing well, which I thought was a bit mad. Like,
and everyone, and especially at the standard that we, like the whole football world had expected.
Obviously, I mean, when you've got Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, bro, like you've got to be at the top of the game.
Like that's, you know what I mean? Like football manager type of team.
That's like the Bang Out Ultimate team, sort of like 11 that they've got there. It's crazy. They got their backup goalkeeper is Donnarumma,
bro,
one of the best
goalkeepers. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I feel like, and I honestly didn't know that his family is still in London.
Yeah, I only realised that this week as well, which is mad. Because it's funny enough, I noticed that when at the international break, he posted a picture because there's like a place in Cockfosters, all of the Spurs players, or all the players in that area that live in that area always go and eat there, and he was back there again. So I think he was just like his family are just back, like still living in London, sort of thing. So I think that's probably why he's maybe happy to move back to England because he's more comfortable here. Yeah. His family is still here. All right, Manchester, London.
But come on, like it's the same difference.
At least it's still the same country, this, that, and the other. And maybe he'd be treated better at Man United. I don't know. Yeah. But how do you feel about that though? Because for me, like, obviously you can't stop him, but it's going to be sad seeing him in red.
I'll put it this way, I read an article like a few weeks ago. Wenger was talking about when Arsenal, were on fire, whatever. Even just when they were just, cool, he could have went to Man U. Could have went to Real. He could have went anywhere. But he stayed and retired at Arsenal, innit? Obviously, Poch and Arsene Wenger to our teams are completely, if you're talking the longevity, the legacy and everything.
What they won and stuff.
But the sentiment and, the attachment that we have with Poch is like none other, bro. He took us to our first Champions League final.
And you see the way he talks about us as well. Like he's always like, I'm always sad. Like he's like, at the start of the season, I was sad because like, he still watches us and still wants us to do well. And it was like, I was sad when they weren't doing well and this, that, and the other. So he loves us, man. I love him. So
then,
he feels like a dad to me.
So do you feel like he'll go to Man U then?
I think he will though, man. I think because I get it. Like, obviously, like I think we're as Spurs fans,
we're being selfish. We're being mad selfish.
We're being selfish, and we've got this mad fantasy.
Bro, I said we should sack Poch, and now I'm saying I'm taking the piss.
We've got this mad fantasy that he's gonna just reject everyone and come back, like, and just like unless it's Spurs, like if in the Premier League, let's say, it will only be Spurs, but. At the end of the day, if you're Poch and you've been offered the Man United job, I'm not being funny, with the players that he's got, with the money you'll have at disposal, it's the Premier League. You'll have a chance to win the Premier League title with that sort of squad and team. He's not gonna turn that down.
And we're not gonna boo him if he comes to our.
No, of course not. I definitely would not.
Yeah, there's no way.
You can't boo him for that. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no way.
Like you can they're not exclusive or whatever. Like you can be sad about him going there. Like I'm going to be sad to see 100%. Him at United. Doesn't mean he shouldn't go.
Oh yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like I feel like some fans are a little bit weird where they're like, I do genuinely feel like there's a certain. Only small. Yeah. There's a certain set of fans.
You'd be surprised, bro. You'd be surprised.
There are a certain set of fans that will genuinely turn on him if he went to United, which I find very, very weird.
It's like
that should only happen if he went to Arsenal, or even Chelsea. Really, If he went to those are the only cases you could really be
like. They're not really our rivals. They're not our rivals. They're not our rivals.
Yeah. We're going to be fighting for positions with them, but they're not our rivals.
They're not our rivals, 100%. Yeah. If it was any London team. Yeah, I can understand.
You'd be fuming, sort of thing.
If it was Arsenal or Chelsea, cool. Like, bro, I could hear that. Like, whoa, like read the room, bro. You know
what's mad as well? Like, if it was offered the Man City job at the end of the season, because I think Pep's leaving at the end of the season as well. If it was, would you be mad at that? I wouldn't be mad at that.
Exactly.
So why should we be mad at like him going to Man United?
Yeah, he would take it. He would take it. And I think he would push for Kane.
I think he would as well. You know. Remember, that's what I was saying a few weeks ago. I was saying that Man United should go for Kane because by that point, Cavani's contract would have ended.
Yeah.
Ronaldo will have 1 year left. Yeah. And let's be honest, as amazing as he is, like we just said, they still need to find the next striker for them for the next few years. Yeah. I know Kane will be, 29 by then, but even still, he's still got easily 4 years.
4 years, 100%.
At the top level, easily. 100%. So I think if Poch does go there, he's going to go after the man.
And that Kane going to Man U, bro, where does that leave us? You know what? We've already spoke about.
That's what we're going to get. That's what we're going to do. Dusan Vlahovic, my boy. Come to Conte. We will win the league if you come here. Believe me.
Mental. Yeah, but that's my start on that, bro. I don't mind.
Do you think Poch is the one that's most likely to get it?
Yeah, 100%.
Ahead of Rodgers. So who are they going to get in the meantime then? Who's going to be the interim boss?
Do you think Michael Carrick will stay as their caretaker manager?
Maybe. Yeah. But what's weird about that though is it just feels the same as just keeping Oli in the job.
Yeah, I don't feel like
you're just hiring another ex-player.
I mean, but they won yesterday. They got into the last 16.
True. But we've seen this so many times before, right? He's going to win maybe the next couple of games. All right, well, to be fair, they've got Chelsea this weekend.
Chelsea. Let's get into that.
Yeah, because we're going to get into that anyway, so we might as well get into that now.
Chelsea are fake right now, bro.
I don't know what's going on.
I think they're title favourites.
Easily. I say easily. Liverpool doing well as well.
That's
but you know what I mean? Like, from what I'm seeing, like they are definitely one of the title favourites.
I feel like because, bro, if we're being honest, like, even on the score sheet yesterday, 3 of the scorers were academy players, bro.
4-0 against Juventus in the Champions League.
It's getting ridiculous.
I get it. Juventus now might not be,
I'm not hearing that.
But it doesn't matter.
I'm not hearing that.
but like I'm saying, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
and they literally slapped them up. Left
4 goals, bro, and 3 of them from. And I'm not saying but I'm just to goes to show like how quality. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I think it's. But you know what's? Man? And to be fair, I think I had Chelsea to win the league at the beginning of the season. I think just from what I saw of Tuchel at the end of last season, obviously winning them the Champions League and even what they were doing in the league compared to Lampard, like you give a world-class coach the players that they had, different story. And we're seeing it right now. Like look, they are 3-0 at the weekend, 4-0 yesterday. Yeah. They've got United coming up and they're probably licking their lips thinking like, this is going to be easy, bro. Although saying that, Chilwell did get injured.
It's just, when you say lick your lips, I just picture Ronaldinho.
You know what I do? Yeah, that's always the first thing. That's always the first thing that comes to mind.
But yeah, sorry, come on, bro.
No, I was just saying that like Chilwell got injured yesterday against Juventus, which apparently looks really bad. Like it's looking like it's going to be a bad injury.
My eyes were more so on the Man U game, if I'm being honest with you. But I was also keeping tabs on the Chelsea.
Yeah, well, but this is the thing. But then they're just going to bring Alonso in.
Yeah.
Oh man, there's just another attacking left wing back. It's just ridiculous, man. Like, any one of their players can get injured and then all of it, like, they're calm.
They're calm, that's what I'm saying.
Even,
like,
bro, Chalobah. Chalobah.
Yeah.
That guy is a cheat code in himself. Because you know what? I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at my fantasy team. I was like, okay, because Chilwell was injured. I was like, okay, who am I going to replace him with? And I was just looking at the other Chelsea players, right? And I looked at Chalobah. And he was like, he obviously doesn't play that often in the league.
Yeah.
But every game he played 90 minutes, clean sheet or a goal and assist.
Matting.
In every single one.
Matting.
I think he might have, I think he's played 90 minutes in 5 games for Chelsea so far. All of them, I'm pretty sure, were clean sheets.
Stats, man.
In 2 or 3 of them, he got a goal or an assist. And then the other game he played, he was only on for like 17 minutes or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, and this is their 4th, 5th centre back.
Yeah, that's mental.
It's mental, crazy, bro. Man. They
so
got
that just goes to show the depth of their squad, bro.
Yeah,
like, do you know what
100%.
I mean? Yeah, and yeah. I think also someone I want to talk about, bro. Reece James, bro.
Reece James is on another planet this year. Man.
We want to say the best right back in the world right now.
But then Trent comes into the equation, bro, and he's like,
we can say like it's arguable.
Oh, he's definitely in the conversation, 100%.
That's mad, bro.
Bro, and
these guys
this is kind of
24.
part of the topics we wanted to talk about, but we might as well mention it now.
Yeah.
What is up with these right backs this year?
They're fake, bro. I'm sorry, it's fake because this is the thing now. Attack and fullbacks.
Trent, Reece James, Cancelo.
This is fake.
And those are just right backs, and then you got Chilwell on the left side as well. And I'm what's going on?
It's I feel like we're entering an exciting era of football now.
100%.
Where it's like we've got attacking fullbacks. Like young. Bro, Reece James is like what? 19, 20, 21?
He must be like 20, 21 or something like that. He's young.
He's mad. What, 99, so let's say 21.
Yeah.
So yeah, 20, let's say 20. Yeah, he's 21. Bro, that's ridiculous, bro. And he's playing like at the highest of the highest level.
Scoring rockets.
Mocking it. He's mocking it, bro.
It's ridiculous. And the
runs
thing
in
is,
their family, innit?
Yeah. Oh, did you
Runs in their
know what
family,
that reminds me? Did you see the video of when his sister came on?
No, I saw her play, but I didn't see. Yeah, go on.
This was the funniest thing. It was like plastered everywhere. Obviously, people were taking the piss, saying like, "Oh my god, Reece James can't contain his excitement." And basically, what happened was his sister. For those that don't know, his sister obviously now plays for Chelsea.
Yeah.
As well. So,
that's a coach as well.
And he was at the game, and I think this was her debut. So she was coming on. It was her debut, first game. Bear in mind, this is your, I think, little sister.
Yeah.
Coming on for the team that you also played for.
It's nuts.
If that was me, I'd be like,
gas.
I'd be like,
and their dad's a coach. Their dad's a coach.
But then guess what? They pan to him on the TV and he's just there like.
I think I saw a picture. I only saw a picture. I saw a picture where he was
it was like the lightest slow
and he was
clap.
slouched.
Wasn't even smiling. I was just like,
that's what I'm saying. I saw the picture where he was slouched. I didn't see the video, but bro, you know what it is? Families like that, bro, where they're excelling at the level they're excelling. They're not. Whereas we would be like, oh my god, like they're looking at us like, yeah, I hear that.
Yeah,
but look at this where you can.
You know
what?
On this he's probably looking at his sister saying, okay, when you get like 4 goals and 7 assists, come at me. Then I'll be excited for you.
Not even that. He'll find like he might find something in her game that's like, yo, listen, I hear that you did that, but look, you can improve on this. You can improve on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's you have to.
Probably
be like
that family probably has that elite mentality.
100%.
What's another one that's like that? Thiago. Thiago's brother is. Oh my god. Oh my god, my brain.
What are you saying? He's just as bad.
Thiago's brother is. Oh, you know what? You know. I hate when my brain does this. Brazilian baller. And his dad's one as well. Anyway, my brain's had a complete meltdown there, but it's another one of those situations where the whole family are just ballers and they're just born into it. And you just, why don't we get those genes, man? What's what I'm playing at?
I think that's what makes it that much like mental. Even when you look like Bellingham, like Jude Bellingham, obviously his little brother plays as well. Stuff like that is just like, bro. It's nuts, bro. That's just crazy. Like, and I feel like
you're probably destined to play at that point. If all of your family are ballers,
point,
you're just
bro,
destined to play.
It's ridiculous. But yeah,
and that's another one. Sorry, very quickly, Haaland as well.
Yeah.
So obviously everyone's banging on about Haaland, thinking this and the other. He's got a cousin in the Norwegian league doing more numbers than he was at the same age, sort of thing. And I'm pretty sure they've got like another cousin or something like that, or some sort of relation to them that's also banging it, and he's like 3 years younger than that person, and it's just like, again, and like obviously given his dad was.
Because I've seen reports about his younger cousin. I've seen reports about, and they look like not the same, but they look like obviously their families look alike. But yeah, I've seen reports about his younger cousin, and I'm like, whoa. I haven't really heard his name bubbling as of yet, as obviously because it's Harlem, but. I'm sure soon. Yeah,
when they're a little bit older, I'm sure that
and once they're a bit more exposed, it's only a matter of time, you know.
That's crazy, man.
But he was playing like in the youth team. It's the youth teams, man.
It's
the youth team. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, the attacking fullbacks right now, bro, it's mental, bro.
It's crazy.
And Liverpool. It's this that it's going to be interesting to see who wins the title this season, bro.
Man, because when I first said I thought Chelsea were going to win, I thought they were going to walk it.
Yeah,
I genuinely thought they were going to walk the league because I didn't think. For some reason, I didn't think Liverpool were. I think because of Van Dijk's injury, I didn't think he was going to come back to his best. Yeah. So I thought they were going to struggle, but Van Dijk's just doing Van Dijk things.
My money's on Chelsea, bro. Because like it's fake. Like
my money's on Chelsea. It doesn't look like they can lose.
Not as in, it's tight, bro. Because I could come back next podcast and be like, you know what, I was wrong. Liverpool. That's how tight.
Or even like Man City as well.
That's how tight it is, bro. Liverpool for me. Liverpool, Chelsea.
I think those three for me, Man City, Liverpool, and Chelsea, are just leagues ahead of everyone else right now.
Yeah. And the rest of us are just happy with for the scraps. And as long as fourth spot, up for like
everyone's gonna be fighting for that fourth spot, bro.
It's up for grabs. Like top 3, forget about it. But fourth spot is up for grabs. Obviously Europa League, I'm happy with grabbing that. I know it sounds nuts, but it is.
Well, if it's Europa League, if we get a trophy on the way as well, I'll be happy. That's you can't.
That's always the discussion for us.
You can't complain with that. We need any sort of trophy we can get at this point. So whatever comes our way, we'll take it. We'll take it.
I would have taken the Carling Cup, bro.
100%.
And I know it's called Carabao, but.
Carling Cup is always the first thing that will come to my mind.
Be like, yo, it's the Carabao Cup, get it? Like, nah, bro, it's the Carling Cup. Like, do your research. But yeah, no. That's how tight the league is this season, bro. It's meant and I think
it's funny how all 3 teams that are at the top have got like the 3 best like wing backs, right backs, like fullbacks, whatever.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Cancelo's assist the other day. Did you see that he was outside of the boot to Sterling? I was
I'm not gonna lie. Premier League football. You see how Ibrahimovic said, "Yo, Premier League football is overrated." Bro, I'm sorry, I'm not standing by it, bro. I'm not standing by it, bro. Nah. I'm not standing by it.
It's the best league.
It's the best league. There's a 100%. Reason why, when a player comes over to the Premier League, their thing goes through the roof, bro. Yeah. It's because it's the best league in the world.
All eyes are on the league.
We don't make the rules, bro.
It's not. Look at the stats. Look at the statistics. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But no, man, I think like Chelsea completely dominant. And the fact that their defenders are outscoring the whole of their team is crazy.
That's crazy.
Every single week is Reece James, Chilwell, Rudiger, Alonso when he plays scores a goal. Like, and then you see obviously Lukaku's been injured, but then you look at everyone else. I'm like, okay, Havertz was supposed to fill in and score goals. Scored like 1 in that time.
Yeah.
Werner only scored last night in the 90th minute. And I think that's because he was a sub or either way. Like the Mount hasn't really been scoring recently. Like their forwards aren't really actually performing that well.
Yeah.
But their defense and everything else is just so good. And just the way they play to allow their wing backs to go forward.
Yeah.
They don't have to score because the defense just do everything. Cool. So the next thing I kind of wanted to talk about is just this, if Twitter phenomenon that's gone viral over the last.
And just to make it clear at the beginning, right now, obviously, like I remember George was talking to me about it, and I was like, "What is like?" I was like, "Oh, that!" Like, just before he tells you guys. But yeah, go on, bro.
So if you living under a rock, you didn't see, like my boy, on Twitter. So Twitter have basically got this thing called Spaces now, which is they copied Clubhouse, the app, which is basically just you make a room and you can talk, you can listen, you can be a speaker, this, that, and the other, whatever.
Yeah.
This guy Jacob, just random Twitter user, had like 100 followers. He set up this Spaces kind of page, whatever, called Sing Your Dialect. And I think it basically just started out where he was just getting random people, like he would just invite one person at a time or whatever, random people just to sing a song. Like it was quite legit, just like sing whatever you want, like say your name, sing this, that,
like
and the
X
other.
Factor.
Just literally like X Factor, like Gen Z X Factor is pretty much what it was. Just for bands, no one knows why. For whatever reason, it just blew up. Like it went mad. It got up to I think 50,000 live listeners, which is mental. And it wasn't just anyone. Like, you had almost every major celebrity. Like Bruno Fernandes was in there. Nigel Farage was in there.
Declan Rice was in there.
Declan Rice was in there. Then they had like obviously all like the sidemen. Callux is in there. Like Chunks. But even the funnier thing still, like actual football club admins were in there. So you had like the Man United guy was in there, Shrewsbury Town,
doing all sorts of stuff.
The Shrewsbury Town admin sung ABBA, and it's just one of the funniest things I think I've ever seen. And like, it's just something so weird and amazing about the fact that he's just got UK blokes or whoever it may be just to have a sing song.
Have a sing song,
And the whole point was you're not supposed to be good. You're supposed to just sing. And it's just like it was just amazing.
It's kind of like I don't want to say kind of like trolling.
Well, pretty much, but obviously, like at the end of the day, like some brands were clever. They knew that because a lot of them were verified, if you were to go into the page, whatever, their names appear towards the top and whatnot.
Exactly.
And if they got involved, then people will clip it up, like the Shrewsbury Town guy, whatever. Exactly. I think Nando's were in there as well. So they're smart. They're smart, man. And they knew to be there and be involved, but it was still so funny, man, just seeing like, what was it, last night, Declan Rice singing Vanilla Ice.
Because that's the thing. Because I was hearing you know, it is every day there's a new thing on social media. Yeah. So it's so hard to keep to keep up. So I was seeing it. I was like, obviously seeing the format was like Clubhouse and everything. But I just remember like, you know, sometimes you might have to see it maybe like another 2 more videos or whatever to kind of understand the gist. And I was just like, I knew what was going on, but I like, once I knew to what depth, like George had to kind of let me know, like, yo, this guy started on 100 followers and then went up to 100. I was like, yo, this is mad random, but it's nuts.
In the first day, he got to, I think, 30k or like 40k followers, and then they did it again yesterday, and he's on like, I'm pretty sure he's on like just under 100k now. So he's gone from, in 2 days, gone from 100 followers to 100,000 just because this random thing has just gone viral. It actually crashed Twitter Spaces at one point, and he had to restart it, and like it's just crazy, man.
It's mad how like Twitter just took the idea from Clubhouse and said, since you lot died, we're still here.
We'll do that now.
Yeah, we're still
it's
here.
Our turn now.
So we're going to take this and just call it something else, but practically it'll be the same thing.
Yeah, and then all it took was for one viral thing to happen, and now it's a success.
And that's it. And
like
that's
Twitter, they're doing the Ronaldinho like.
And now they're doing the whole run with it. It's nuts. It's mental. But also, like just to take a little quick side turn, Dilan.
Oh,
Dylan.
Sorry, I had to do this.
Our youth players, are making a lot of sense right now, bro.
Actually on fire right now.
They're making a lot of sense right now, bro.
So, Dylan, for those people that may not know, Dylan, I don't want to butcher his last name.
It's weird. You say Dylan or Dylan. It's weird.
I don't know, because it's spelled with an I at the beginning. I don't know, but Dylan. It probably is just Dilan. Dilan, but then it's like Markanday. Markanday. This is what, I don't want to say it wrong, but I haven't heard anyone say it, so I don't know what's the best.
Let's just stick to Dilan.
Deal. My guy, Deal. But but he's a guy that plays he's in the under 23s. He played in the Europa Conference League. Was he? Yeah, I think it was Europa Conference League. So he became the first British Asian player to play for the first team.
That's sick,
which was nuts.
And I was saying that to you as well. It's so sick to see an Asian, like, British 100%. Asian cutting through.
Because there's such a lack of representation of Asian players in Europe in general, really.
In top flight football.
Yeah, in 100%. So to see him come through, and he is a bang.
Nah, he's hard, bro. He's cold.
In the PL2, I think.
Even though awards he's been winning so far, just like as a youth player, like cold.
Yeah, but it just means he's on the right track to get that. And he's training with the first team today, today as well. He was nominated for the Player of the Month a couple months back.
Yeah,
I don't think he won that one, but then he got nominated again and won the most recent one. In 14, no wait, I need to get this right. I think it may be in 14 games, he's got 10 goals and 7 assists.
14
so
games.
17 goal involvements in 14 matches in the last couple of months. He has been.
It's fair to say he's earning that spot then.
100%. Bro, he looked like Eden Hazard on the clip that I saw.
I've seen like a couple clips of him, and he's actually a problem. Like, and you know what it is? I remember like, at first, I was like, I've already been seeing videos of my man and what he's been doing, like, on that level anyways, on the under 23s. And I'm like, bro, like, me personally, like you said, obviously he's played already for the Europa Conference League. I feel like, I think that's the best way to same way we do with Scarlett. That's the best way to kind of give him that
gradually
first team,
introduce him a little bit. Whether it be the Carabao Cup, we're kind of taking serious and already sort of. But you know what I mean? Like maybe in the FA Cup when we start that, he could play there. Europa
Early
Conference
rounds,
League for sure. I think he should. He must be traveling with the team.
Yeah,
I think he travelled with the team to the Europa Conference League match. But the crazy thing is that right wing spot in our team is
slide up for grabs.
It's up for grabs because Lucas hasn't been up to par realistically. If we're being honest, like he's done well in moments, but then also done not so well in other moments. So it's not like he's solidified that spot. Bergwijn's fighting for that spot, and I think Dilan's got a great chance to actually fight for first team football if we don't sign like a right winger or whatever to play in that position. If he keeps going on the way he's going in the PL2, because he's smashing it. So I just wanted to say like a big congrats to his progression, man. I love seeing
to see that the representation.
Like the fact that Scarlett was a 16-year-old playing Europa League last year, or whatever. You got obviously like Dilan as well. We still got other youngers, like we already said, Sessegnon, Tanganga, Skip coming.
And do you know what is growing up as a Spurs fan, there wasn't a lot of representation academy wise.
No,
for us. So
we've only had like Winks and Harry Kane, pretty much. Like the only two really of recent times that you can think have come through the academy, whereas we've got some good young players.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like now and that's kind of like the theme in football, in Premier League football at the moment.
Yeah.
Like even Liverpool, they brought on there was a debut. I forgot the guy's name.
Oh yeah,
but I saw Harvey. I know he's Harvey Elliott's guy. Shout out Harvey as well, my guy. But
I know you're talking
I forgot his name. But he was like number 60. He's a number 60, but I forgot his name. But he came on, and I feel like that's a recurring theme which we love to see, because
even Man City did it the other day as well. They had they had a youngster play again. So we should really come up with it. I can't remember their names because obviously like
you watch football, but it's like
but obviously like I don't know the ins and outs of the Man City academy. But there was a player that they get like a very young player that they gave the chance to as well. We all know about like Chelsea's academy popping at the moment
right now, and obviously Arsenal's, and I feel like that's only going to strengthen our chances for the national team as well.
Yeah,
so
100%.
It's exciting times, man. Exciting times. But like my stance already. Our next couple matches with Conte, I'm super confident.
Yes,
and I'm excited moving forward. Now, I don't think, like I said, I don't think he's going to say he's a no nonsense manager.
No nonsense,
and I'm excited to see what players are going to fold under him and what players are going to thrive under him.
True. So, actually, should we go back to a little thrive and dive? Has our opinions changed on who's going to thrive? Because I remember I remember when we first did it with when Jay was here, the footballist. We obviously did it, and has your opinion changed on who you think's going to thrive or dive? I think for me personally, I think Emerson's already looking a bit better than he was before.
Yeah.
And obviously the wing backs is a high key.
Sorry, it was
position.
Emerson who made the mistake. My bad. It was Emerson to led to the first goal at Leeds.
Oh, yes, sorry, you mentioned that.
My bad. Yeah. But go on, sorry.
But so I think Emerson it seems like he's improved, or he's looking like he's building towards what Conte's looking for. Reguilón didn't start the game off well, but obviously bagged himself a goal and was in a position to score, which he hadn't been in under previous managers.
Yeah.
So he's looking like he's improving. What we say? Who did we have as star? We had Winks.
We had Winks.
Dele.
This was to thrive or to
This was dive.
Yeah, we had Dele.
Dele.
100% Dele.
I think we had one more, but I can't remember who it was.
I don't know if it was Dombele. I don't know.
I don't know if it was.
We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it after the next game.
Yeah. We'll see what happens in the next couple of matches. But I'm excited to see now Sessegnon, because if he does stay,
I'm gonna say thrive.
Thrive?
I'm going to say thrive.
Love that. I think it gives Reguilón competition as well.
Yeah.
Because the Reguilón hasn't had, because realistically when he was playing,
said Emerson would thrive.
We said Emerson would thrive.
You still feel that way?
I think so. 100%.
Good. I'm not going to be too harsh on him, bro. I think
Reguilón will as well. Yeah. Reguilón's not the perfect package yet, but he's definitely got the right tools.
You said Tanganga would thrive?
I think Tanganga would. It was good that he started the other day, but obviously came off for Sanchez, and Sanchez looked good, you know. Good.
So what? Too early, or are we still going to say? Because we didn't mention them last time in either category.
Nah, probably a bit too early, because we need to see what other centre-backs we're going to get in January. I think we need to see that first.
Yeah, and
because that could be quite telling. Because
we
might decide to sell Sanchez to be able to get another centre-back.
I know for a fact we're getting a centre-back.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's me.
So no, I think, all in all, I think we're just like excited. I think
excited.
I'm excited to see what
that's the main theme for today's episode.
Just smiles all right. happy days. Is there anything else you wanted to discuss?
No, bro. I feel like we've hit the nail on the head, bro. Everything, covered, yeah.
Obviously, like we said, Burnley's coming up. We've got fairly good few fixtures on the horizon.
The Conte era has begun, and we're going in
maximum points, so we can get that fourth spot because it's up for grabs. We need that for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, as usual, guys, make sure if you're watching, like I said, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. And of course, if you're not, it is Hit the Bar Podcast on YouTube.
Yes.
And of course, if you want to listen to us on the go, we are on Spotify, we're on Apple, I think we're on Amazon and Google as well. Just search Hit the Bar or Hit the Bar Podcast and you'll be able to find us. Make sure to follow up there because we should be hitting your ears weekly.
Cheers. That energy means weekly. Yes.
Of course, we're going to have some big guests coming up as well. And 100. Yeah, if you want to know, or let us know who you would like to see.
And big love for showing on the Calex episode as well.
Yes.
Everyone's been showing a lot of love on us on that one as well. So it's a blessing.
Thank you guys. And we shall see you next week.
Jeez. Over and out.
Peace.